Good morning, the early class. So we come to the most important part of the Leila Seder is to follow order. Seder is order. Chachamim in the last generation organize all the Seder with 15 steps, simanim. And before we come to each step, we sing it. קדש ורחץ, כרפס יחץ, מגיד רוחצה, מוציא מצה, מרור כורך, שולחן אורך, צפון ברך, הלל נרצה. This is the 15th step of the Haggadah. And before we start the Seder, before the Kiddush even, because the Kiddush is the first one, Kadesh. We sing in all the family, and then we sing in again each step, still you come to the step. For example, if you come with the first one, Kadesh, you say, Kadesh, and we explain what is Kadesh. Next one, Kadesh Urachatz. Stop, you explain what is Urachatz. And the same, the 13th step of the Haggadah is very nice. This give atmosphere, and make participate everybody, even the people doesn't know to read Hebrew. So, what is the first one? Kadesh. Kadesh is to make the Kiddush. At the same time, the Kiddush is the first cup of Pesach. So it's together. Every holiday, every Shabbat we make Kiddush. But this time, Kiddush, it's Kadesh, and the first cup of the four from the four. So Chachamim recommend that everybody has to be ready before the Seder. The table, whatever you need for the table, the charoset, the keharat, the Pesach, the Seder plate with the 6 kind of food, each one represents different thing in the Jewish history, only to remind us that we go into the big night. Kadesh. The cup has to be clean, of course, and washed before, and has to be the quantity of 3 ounces at least. The best way is to drink all the cup. If you cannot, drink the Revit, 3 ounces, 86 milliliter. And after the Kiddush, sitting, you hold in the right hand the cup, and you're leaning to the left. Why left and not right? We say, because left is easy for the, not to choke. If you go to the right, you make pressure, and you can choke. So, and why we lean in? Ha 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 ha, like we have to feel we in freedom. Like Bnei Melachim, like with the royal family. In Bnei Israel, Bnei Melachim hem. That's Kadesh. Then you go to the next one. Now, it's important to mention, some people is sensitive for alcohol or wine. Usually we hungry when we come to Haggadah. If you come to drink the wine in empty stomach, you can lose the night, bother you. So each one has to know his personality, his characters, his body, and many people use the rye wine. It's because it's considered wine, no sugar and conditon. Other people use Kiddush yain, sweet. Other people is diabetic, cannot drink too much sweet. So what they do? They prepare their own wine, or they buy light in sugar. Other people cannot drink at all alcohol. Kids, for example, and ladies. Okay, it's 4 cups. It's not a little bit to taste. You have to drink quantity. so that they use or grape juice. All of them is kosher. What is the best? Wine, dry wine, a little bit dry, sweet. In the middle is the best one. You have to buy good wine to make a mitzvah in the correct way. Second, urhatz. Again we sing Kadesh urhatz. And the leader of the Seder explained what is urhatz. Now we wash our hand, make netilah with no beracha. Why we don't say beracha here? We have about 7 times we make netilah. Only 2 of them is with beracha. In the morning, after the impure of the night is impure, a person is asleep, he's like a dead person. When he wake up, he make netilah with beracha and netilat yadayim. The second is when you eat bread. When you eat bread hamotzi, before hamotzi, it's a netilah with beracha. But you have a condition, you have to eat at least 54 grams of bread if you say the beracha and netilat yadayim. Usually we eat. Why we wash here? We explain now. So that these 2 times we make beracha for netilat yadayim is the morning when we wake up and when we eat the bread. The rest netilot we have with no beracha and netilat yadayim. First one, when a person go to the bathroom, he used the bathroom or not because he was inside the impure place, he has to make beracha, netilah with no beracha and netilat yadayim. Say asher yatzar, different beracha. When a person visits cemetery, when a person cut his nail, when a person he cut his haircut, when you touch your shoes, it's not clean. It's touch anything in the street, or any not clean things. Really, in this case, you can wash only with soft netilah. When you go to the shower, after shower, you make netilah. After mikveh, you make netilah. Cemetery, netilah. And the last one is connected in our Seder. Urhatz, when you eat fruit or vegetable when it's wet. Because this prepare machshir letumah. This bring impure. Not yet, it prepare for impure. So in this case, we eat now celery. The next step is celery, karpas. Celery dipped in vinegar or dipped in water and salt. That's why we make netilah with no beracha. Next one, karpas. Kadesh urhatz karpas. Stop. We explain. Each member of the family take a little bit celery. Celery has to be clean from worms or insect. Carefully we have to check it and wash it and put in one in salt also. How much you have to eat celery? Less of kazait. Less of 1 ounce. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Why less of kazait? Eat whatever you want. Because don't forget we hear before dinner, before we say hamotzi. And if you say you eat a lot, more of once, they have the doubt if you have to say bracha achrona, borei nefashot rabot after you eat 30 gram. So, in order not to come to this situation, we eat less of kazait. Another point, we have to make kavanah when you eat karpas, celery. We say borei peri adama before. To make intention, kavanah, for the maror, lettuce. Later you eat lettuce, cannot in the same table the same two blessing. You make intention kavanah in this bracha to cover the lettuce that you eat after that. You require bracha, but now you make intention is cover both of them. Like here, I drink water and sometimes coffee. If I want to drink both of them, I don't say two berachot. One for this or this, and one cover other. The next one is Yachatz. Kadesh Urachatz Karpas Yachatz. Yachatz come from the word half. Chetzi. Yachatz Utiyot Chetzi. You take the matzah of the middle, we have three matzot. The middle is called matzah the Levi, Kohen Levi Israel. And you cut it in a half. One big part, you save it for afikoman, and the small part, you put it back between the two matzot. Why we cut the matzah? They have many reasons. At least I found at least 5 reasons. But I mentioned the 2 most important. First, the matzah called lechem oni, affliction bread, pan de affliction. Lechem oni, the bread of the poor people. We never saw poor people eat all the matzah, all the bread. Always he use the rest, part. We cut it to say, don't forget. We never eat matzah like tonight, luxury Seder. We also was half, quarter, fifth, to remember in Egypt what's happened there. We was poor there. And Hashem take out the Jewish nation from the slavery. We have to forget. We forget sometimes. First reason. Second is the most important reason. Second reason is memory, how Hashem split the Red Sea in 2. He opened, you see 2 pieces, 2 parts. One part go there, the other there, and the Jewish nation cross the red. Yeah? It's amazing. Amazing. These 2 main reasons in why we cut the matzah. Magid. Kadesh Urachatz Karpas Yachatz. Magid. What is Magid? The most important part of the Seder is to say the Agadah, Magid Agadah, to relate, to tell to all family and to yourself, look from where Hashem take it out. All the Agadah, all the detail of the Agadah, took about 1 hour. If you say it nicely, clearly, explanation, interesting, all the participants, especially the people is not so religious, come, you have a guest or something, explain to them, oh, I never know that. That's why it's important to prepare question and answer for each step. Here, Meso, thank you, put it in English. The 59 question of the Seder and Pesach. 58. I had one yesterday. And I come to 60, Be'ezrat Hashem. So, that's the idea. Each question you have to have this front you. We printed nicely. And you can pass with that. One by one. And explain. You have to make a homework before. Choose some question you think is interesting. For example, to the kids. When was Yetziat Mitzrayim? When Hashem take out our nation from Egypt? 100 years ago, 200, 3 years. Not everybody knows. Some people think 1,000 years ago. It's 3,355 years old ago. It's amazing. Amazing. And still we celebrate the same. Pesach Dorot. For any generation. Every generation has to praise Hashem. For the last 3,000 years and more, we do the same. In the Torah mentioned, this is the 59 question, why the Torah mentioned 50 times Yetziat Mitzrayim, we go out from Egypt in 50 times. Why? Is the number 59. So the answer is because Hashem so proud to save a Jewish, to save a nation, to take out. Hey, realize, I'm your father. I take you out. Remember that. Don't make them again the mistake. The Jewish nation in Egypt make a lot of mistakes. They come to the 11 to 49, 11 minus below zero of impure. If a person comes to number 50, he cannot go out from there. So the Jewish nation come to this level. We have to connect to Hashem and believe in Hashem. Another reason is that we have to believe that you're not stuck in any problem. Hashem is behind you. Egypt was the worst one. Nobody can go out from Egypt. Wild animals surround Egypt. Everybody is scared. If you try, the animal kill him and eat him. So sometimes we in situation, hard situation, any kind of situation, economic, health, family issue, relation, parents and kids, etc. Sometimes take a person to depression. Hey, wait. Hashem mentioned 50 times Yetziat Mitzrayim the Torah to let you know, to wake you up. Hey, I can help you to take out from this situation. When we say the Haggadah and we explain all the details and you give hope to anyone in this situation, this generation have epidemic, a lot of singles, men and women, a lot all around the world. Epidemic. Never was like that. Was here, one there. You can imagine how many hundreds of thousands of people around the world. So you can go to depression. No. Hashem is with me. Hashem is here. And Rabbi Nachman de Breslev always try to give us understand you're not alone. Even you're alone physically, you're not never alone. Hashem is with us. This is Magid. That's why it's the most important. It took about 1 hour to go step by step, explain. Some family translate each one his way. But the most important, with happiness, no pressure, and try to explain according the level of the family. You cannot tell them something for the Kabbalah when they don't understand ABCD in Judaism. You have to live the Seder with taste of more. If you have a guest or family, relative far away from Torah, we have to leave a good taste in his mind. Then, 6th one is Kadesh Urahatz Karpas Yahatz Magid Rochza. Rochza is to make Netilat Yadayim, this time with Beracha, because you come to eat the bread. What is the bread of the Pesach? Matzah. You make Netilah with all the detail like all the year before you eat bread. With some jar, you hold it in your right, you give to the left, and the left 1, 2, 3. Then you take in the right, 1, 2, 3. This is according to Kabbalah. because in the right is the powerful. And you give the left to serve the right. This is positive, this is negative. The negative I show you. Serve me. That's the concept in general of rachza. Then motzi matzah. Motzi matzah, after you make netilah with no interruption, you take the matzot, and you start to say beracha of המוציא לחם מן הארץ, yeah? You take the two matzot and the one in the middle, no? And you hold it and say Baruch Ata Hashem המוציא לחם מן הארץ, and Baruch Ata Hashem על אכילת מצה. The custom is when you say המוציא, you leave the third matzah down, you leave it in the table, yeah? And you have only 1.5 matzah, yeah? And then you say al achilat matzah de bracha. And you cut from this matzah, from the top matzah, and from the half matzah that we have. And then you give to each one. You put some salt, like every Shabbat, every time, and you eat beheseba, to the left side again. How much you have to eat? 1 ounce for each one. Motzi matzah. 1 ounce is about 27 grams. If it's hard, it's very hard to eat twice. You eat once, it's enough. If it's hard for you. So you have to eat hamotzi, tchila, is the matzah in the top, and then al achilat matzah, the second from the half matzah. And if you eat only 1 ounce, it's okay, it's kosher. It's still kosher. It's not a problem. Okay, this motzi. Matzah, you have to eat how much? 1 ounce for each one. If it's hard for you, old people, 1 matzah, 1 kazait, it's enough. Chacham Ovadia reminds in his Agadah that mitzvot tzrichot kavana. To eat matzah in this night is deoraita. It's not a custom. You have to eat it. Any mitzvah deoraita from the Torah, we have to make intention. Any mitzvah, the Rabbanan Torah, but here is once a year. We have to make intention. I come to make the mitzvah of eating matzah. In your mind. And you make mitzvah deoraita. Some people doesn't know Torah. They taste the matzah a little bit. Or they drink the water. Oh, good wine. And they talk. We want to do it correct. We want to get the energy of this holy night to make it correctly. So that's why now we go to maror. What is maror? The bitter herb. It's called maror. You take 1 ounce, 27 grams, and you dip it in the charoset, a little bit, not too much charoset, because it makes sweet everything. And you eat the maror. We have special baracha al achilat maror. No adama, because we say adama for the karpas, celery, couple minutes before. And you eat it with no leaning. No leaning. When we leaning, 8 times we lean in the Seder. Minimum. You can sit all the night like that if you want. But minimum is when you drink the 4 cups of wine, require leaning to the left. And when you eat 4 times matzah, also leaning to. People make a joke of that. It's not serious. We have to take it halachically to do it correctly. את מה?
את הלינים הזה ואת הדברים האלו.
חכמים בגמרא. You have, because the Torah say we have to feel like you come out from Egypt. How I feel? Bnei Horin. If you the same Shabbat serious, it's boring. You have to create something to help you to come to him. חייב אדם לראות עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים. If you not create the condition, you cannot feel it. It's very hard to feel. I was in Egypt. I never was in Egypt. Was that 3,000 years ago? After I have to remember. Yeah, because we have a concept. It's called the actually Egypt. For example, this year we feel it. Hamas, Hezbollah, Yemen, Houthim, terrorists killed. This is not Egypt. This is modern Egypt. בכל דור ודור קיים לנו חלטון והקדוש ברוך הוא מציל מאדם. Any generation try, still the Mashiach. When the Mashiach come in, finish. No more enemy. You have only one enemy, Yetzer Hara, it will be easy to conquer him. So that's why we have to do all the details by the book, by the law. If you have good Agadah, you're lucky. They have some Agadah with picture. It help you to understand what to do. Then, after Maror, what after Maror come? Korech. What is Korech? The sandwich. We take the matzah. You take 30% of the matzah, kazait, 27 gram or 1 ounce from the third matzah that you left it. And you distribute it to everyone. If you need more, you can take from the extra matzot and make a sandwich that like Hillel HaZaken was doing. After Korech, Shulchan Orech. What is Shulchan Orech? Is holiday dinner. Holiday dinner, Seudat Yom Tov, and in there, you cannot eat too much, because you have another afikoman to eat. You have to be full, but not exaggerate, because you become tired, want to sleep, and you have to eat correctly. After you finish the Seudah, singing, eating good, singing, say Divrei Torah, whatever. Some people, the Seder is 5-6 hours. Other people is 1 hour everything. They have in YouTube, somebody make Seder in 40 minutes. Okay, you can do it. But I want to enjoy. When I want to Disneyland, I want to enjoy any part. I want a show. I want to enjoy everything, not finish with, not the beginning, the end. So, but everything depends the level of the person. Then, the part that everybody of the kids or baby love it. Safun. What is safun? Safun is you take the afikoman to eat before we finish the dinner. zecher lekorban Pesach הנאכל על השובע. Remember of sacrifice of Pesach that was eating when you full. Yeah? And the problem is they start the game now. I think in Morocco and Syria wasn't this play game. This is more Ashkenaz. They're smart, they're creative things to wake up the kids. Everybody wait for this moment. So the father or the mother or somebody take the afikoman and try to hide it, and start the mesiba, the chagiga start. The kids run from here to there. Why? And the wife says, slowly, I work hard to keep. They don't care. But it's part of the activity, part of the night. When they find the afikoman, usually they promise to the kids, find the afikoman. כך. זה מנהג אשכנז. להחביא אותו זה אשכנז.
מנהגים סתם.
אשכנז, לא חייב. And the father promised some gift to the person is find the afikoman. Yeah, it's very nice activity because without the afikoman we cannot finish the seder. So the kids, if he's smart, he try to take advantage. Say, you want, Daddy, you want the afikoman? I know you cannot finish the seder with no afikoman, or the grandpa, whatever is the lead the seder. Say, okay, buy you lollipop. They ask something good, and it's part of the seder is not very nice. After with the afikoman again, leaning 30 gram each one, leaning to the left, we go to the step number 13, bar mitzvah, barech. What is barech? Birkat Hamazon. And for that we have to take the cup number 3. We have to remind this, we have 2 costumes here. Ashkenaz costume, like Noam, they say in the Seder 4 times Baruch Ata Hashem Borei Peri HaGefen. For each cup they say Bracha HaGefen. The Sephardim say only 2, the first and the third. The first include the second, the third, Birkat Hamazon, include the fourth one for Hallel. So we hold the cup. It's important to mention, you not serve yourself the cup, the wine. If you have another people in the house, at home, you serve to him, he serve to me, like you have to feel Bnei Melachim. Yeah, Bnei Melachim. I serve you, you serve me. It's very nice. You have to create a situation that you really feel a little bit important person. Even like you go to exclusive restaurant, good restaurant, they come, which wine you want? White or red or rose or this or that. If I was Bibi, I say rose. Yeah? יין ורוד הוא רוצה.
לא.
אה?
לא הוא.
אשתו. למה לא? She deserve that. תן לה יין זהב, מגיע לה, אישה זהב. הוא המלך שלנו. Some politics. If Bibi was religious, I say this is Mashiach. Not everybody, but I say. But when maybe he came to Shuvah one day, make a really, he's very smart. He
I
came.
would agree.
What?
I would agree.
Okay.
He brought the coconut.
Oh, okay. So, this is Barech, the third. So the Sephardim say Baracha for the wine, the first cup, and the third cup. The Ashkenazi for each one. Why? Ask Noam. The next one is Hallel. What is Hallel? Hallel. Like Rosh Chodesh, like Yom Tov, we say Hallel. The only one time we say Hallel in the night in the synagogue and at home is Pesach, Seder. No other holiday, Hallel night time. I remember now, was in the Partisanim in the Second World War. You know, the Partisanim was a group, Jewish and non-Jewish, fight with the Nazi, and they was stay in the cave in the mountain. So some Jewish come to be part of that. They scared, maybe he's a spy. So how they test him? I hear a testimony. He said, no, I'm Hasidic. I'm religious. Say, you religious? I ask you one question. If you know the answer, you come to the partisan group. If not, out or kill them, whatever. Because the scare from the spider can kill everyone. You know what they do? They ask him, tell us when is the only night in the year we say Hallel in the synagogue. If you're religious, you know. If not, you don't know. You say you're Hasidic, you have to know. This is the Hallel to praise Hashem with simcha, with happiness. Thank you, Hashem, for this night. To have a chance to praise you for all the miracles, especially Yetziat Mitzrayim. And the last one is Kadesh Urechatz Karpas Yachatz Magid Rochetza Motzi Matza Maror Korech Shulechan Orech Tzafun Barech Ale Nirtza. Nirtza or Nirtze is the last one. We don't do nothing. You say, if you do the 14th step of the Haggadah, the 15th is Nirtza. Hashem accept your prayer, and Hashem will bless you from A to Z. And then the song of the night, Had Gadia, Had Miodea, and Shir HaShirim we say also, Shir HaShirim before, to finish with the song of the love between Hashem and us. And the famous one, Leshana Ba'a B'Yerushalayim, this very famous song. But not only to sing, to feel it. That next year, we're in Jerusalem, not in Myrtle Beach. שנזכה לזה, אמן. Happy Passover.
Myrtle Beach is the